A new low Iran launches missiles at Israel. Iran fired over 180 missiles at Israel. This was the biggest attack of its kind in recent history. Many of the missiles were intercepted by Israel's defense systems. However, some missiles hit Israel, causing a few minor injuries. This attack caused fear and disruption across Israel. People rushed to find safety. The attack marked a serious escalation in the conflict between Iran and Israel. It also raised concerns about the potential for a larger war in the region. The world watched closely, worried about what might happen next. The road to retaliation, understanding the conflict. The missile attack was not a surprise. Tensions between Iran and Israel have been high for a long time. The recent attack was directly linked to Israeli operations in Lebanon. Israeli troops had carried out ground raids against Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. Hezbollah is a militant group supported by Iran. It operates in Lebanon and is considered a terrorist organization by Israel and many Western countries. Israel's actions against Hezbollah were seen by Iran as a direct attack on its interests. Iran vowed to retaliate for Israel's actions. The missile attack was a clear message from Iran. It showed that Iran was willing to use force to protect its interests. This dangerous escalation set the stage for a potential cycle of violence. Israel and Iran respond, a war of words. Israel condemned the missile attack, calling it a grave error by Iran. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu promised a swift and forceful response. He warned Iran that it would pay a heavy price for its aggression. Iran, on the other hand, defended its actions. It argued that the missile attack was justified retaliation for Israel's aggression. Iranian officials warned Israel against any further attacks, vowing to respond even more forcefully. The exchange of threats between the two countries heightened fears of a wider conflict. The situation remained extremely tense, with both sides on high alert. Section 4. The world reacts. Condemnation and calls for calm. The international community reacted with alarm to the escalating conflict. The United States, a close ally of Israel, strongly condemned Iran's missile attack. It reaffirmed its unwavering support for Israel's right to defend itself. The United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting to address the crisis. Member states expressed deep concern over the violence and called for restraint from both sides. They urged Iran and Israel to engage in dialogue and seek a peaceful resolution. The international community recognized the gravity of the situation. They understood that further escalation could have disastrous consequences for the region and beyond. Section 5. The uncertain future implications and potential outcomes. The missile attack by Iran on Israel marked a dangerous turning point in the region. It underscored the volatile nature of the Middle East and the potential for rapid escalation. The international community watched closely, worried about the possibility of a wider war. The attack raised serious concerns about the stability of the region. The possibility of further violence remained a real and present danger. The international community faced a difficult task. They had to find a way to mediate between the parties and prevent further escalation. The coming days and weeks would be critical. The world hoped that diplomacy would prevail and that a path to de-escalation could be found. But the situation remained precarious and the future remained uncertain.